and welcome to our weekly report from Washington, D.C. It's Thursday, June 16th, 2011, and we've had a very busy week this week in Washington, and we had a great constituent work week the week before last week in the district. We had a roundtable about energy policy that had suppliers of energy of a variety of types, and also consumers of energy and members of our community who are concerned with conservation. So it was a terrific way for all of us to discuss how we can reduce energy prices that are so heavily burdening all of our consumers and our small businesses, of course, as well throughout the district. But all of us know what the price is like at the pump these days. So how we can work our energy supply and also enhance conservation measures so that we can do the smartest possible things with a precious resource as we go forward. So I want to thank everybody who participated in that conference, and we do have more details about that on our website at hayworth.house.gov. We also discussed job creation with a lot of other folks throughout the district, including a visit to Chester in Orange County, where we visited with Mr. Ketchum and his employees at PDJ Components. And Mr. Ketchum told me that even with all the burdens of the new regulations that the last Congress and this administration have placed on them over the past couple of years, he and his employees are dedicated and they work very hard and they're ready to go if they could just have an economy that provided the opportunity that they're ready to take advantage of. So I took that with me back to Washington this week, and I'm talking about those ways in which we can lift burdens. We had a press conference just this morning, actually, and that's also on hayworth.house.gov, about how we can lift burdens, taxes that have been imposed on our job creators, regulations that don't make sense, that just create extra work when they should be doing the things that they do best. We take this very seriously in the new House majority. We are working very hard to make sure that we do everything we can to make our economy grow jobs the right way within our communities. And I hope that everyone who likes what we're doing will keep letting us know what you want to see us do as we go through the upcoming weeks and months, and also keep in touch with our senators too, and with President Obama, because if you like what the House is doing, we need to encourage the other branches of our federal government to do the same things. I sent a letter this week to Treasury Secretary Geithner about a very different matter, but one that's of concern. In the Middle East, the Palestinian Authority has put the Hamas party back in a role within its government. And that's a concern because Hamas is considered by the United States to be a terrorist organization. So I've asked Secretary Geithner to look into the way that the United States approaches authorization for Americans to invest in projects with the Palestinian Authority, because we don't want to fund terrorism. So that is a letter that we sent this week to Secretary Geithner. Rather, I'm so sorry, we sent it last week. We also sent this week a letter to Transportation Secretary LaHood, and actually nearly 100 members of Congress also signed on to that letter, and our purpose was to ask Secretary LaHood to lift an unfunded mandate that was put on our towns and villages and counties to replace every road sign, advisory sign within these jurisdictions, because they need to have greater reflectivity. They need to be more reflective at night. And while that may make sense if a road sign needs to be replaced, it doesn't make sense to have to take down perfectly good road signs, especially with modern headlights, and make our towns and villages and townships and counties pay tens of thousands, or even in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars to replace these signs, and do so by 2014. A couple of our local communities came to us and said, we can't afford to do this. This is not the time to be doing this. And our team and I heard that message and took it to the House, and we are acting on it, and I look forward to hearing very soon from Secretary LaHood. You can follow what we do on our website, as I mentioned before, at hayworth.house.gov, hayworth.house.gov. And in the next couple of weeks, we hope to have the results of the survey that we sent out around the district with our first constituent mailer. So we'll be talking about those results. We take what you tell us very seriously. You can email us at hayworth.house.gov. You can also call us at any of our district offices in Fishkill and in Goshen and in Somers, 845-206-4600. And I look forward to seeing you over the weekend. We'll be home for the weekend, as we are basically every weekend we're in district, and there's always a lot going on. I want to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day on Sunday, and I'll look forward to talking with everybody again next week.